All right, check yourself. It's not 20 years ago, but it did feel like it during the halftime. It's so funny to see millennials getting nostalgic. Oh, the music of my youth.
I heard people saying, I'm old.
Right.
And I was like, what?
This was the Usher halftime show, and it actually was the best part. It was at the very end when he brought out Lil Jon, and then Ludacris just popped out of nowhere. They finished the number, and it was good. I'm going to say it dragged a little bit in the middle, in my opinion, but I found it to be quite enjoyable and entertaining as halftime shows go. But
I was just glad people kept their clothes on.
well, I don't know. Usher took his shirt off at one point.
That's true.
He got very sweaty, in fact. Patrice Onwuka is going to give us a more expert opinion on these things because this is the music of your generation. Patrice, what did you think?
Yes, good morning, guys. I loved it. Loved it, okay? Listen, I woke up with Lil Jon saying, yeah, in my head this morning. So you know it stuck. It really did. I mean, I think the halftime show is definitely for the ladies, right? It is Usher gyrating across the stage with so much beautifully curated, impeccably music. And I understand it. It got a little slow. But listen, he is actually a performer who sings and dances.
He did
and
sing.
doesn't just do like a shuffle. He was singing every single one of his songs.
Yeah, but he stole like half those moves from Michael Jackson. He literally moonwalked across the stage. Come on.
Yeah, but Michael was not gyrating, against Alicia Keys. So that's the difference, right? I mean, this is 30 years of music, and I remember his first album because I was in high school at that time, and My Way was everything that we were listening to. So, he did it. I think it did a great job of trying to start out with a punch. You had that energy at the start. Then you got the slow ballads in the middle for, reminding you of those days when you had your ups and downs in your relationships. And then you end on a big note.
Patrice, it was a halftime. I feel like Patrice went to therapy during this session.
She's now writing an article for Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, everybody's got confessions. We know what it's.
Wow,
Patrice,
nice.
Patrice, were you dancing? Were you up dancing?
I absolutely was.
Of course.
My husband was sitting there. I was dancing all around him, next to him, beside him, everything else. And then it got slow, and it just took me back those days. And then I was back up on my feet by the end. So I appreciated it, and I love the costume changes as well. And then he really gave a big shout out to ATL, to the A, with having Ludacris, having Lil Jon there.
Yeah.
So it was a good performance.
Well, and people forget Usher also is a prolific producer. So a lot of those artists actually he either discovered or helped form their sound. He is a very, very talented musician. What about the roller skates? I
was nervous for
that
everyone.
was impressive. I thought someone was going to break their neck,
Me too.
but it seemed weird. I mean,
no, it's not. Well, okay. So if you're not into Usher, following him over the past maybe 4 or 5 years, he's been doing a lot of music on roller skates. I think it's something about in ATL. It's maybe very popular. I know there was a TI movie where they were on roller skates, and all part of kind of like the ATL culture. But he's been doing music on roller skates.
Can you please translate ATL for the uninitiated? I believe it's Atlanta.
Have you guys not flown on a plane and gone through the hub?
Yeah, ATL.
Okay.
That is
Yeah, we just don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I also felt like the roller skates, there was something for everyone, because for Gen X, it was like Xanadu.
I hadn't even made that connection. Well, there you go. All right. I was hoping for roller derby to break out because it's supposed to be a game, but that's all right.
Well, it's part of the fun. And listen, it was not all for the ladies. You guys had your end, like it ended really masculine. Did you see his outfit change?
Oh,
it was
absolutely.
All about
it felt very, very robust, and again, and that music, that music just sort of brings